from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Monday, the 14th of June, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, 2 Vincentians charged for illegal entry and COVID-19 breach to be deported. NIS says non-compliant employers are stepping forward since public publishing announcement. Child Protection Authority embarked on foster care drive. World Blood Donor Day celebrated under the theme, Give Blood and Keep the World Beating. Dr. Bert Braffett analyzes the impact of the COVID-19 vaccines on the Grenadian population. And in around the globe, St. Kitts and Nevis on 2-week lockdown as COVID-19 cases increase. And the Malaysian government implements a 2-week nationwide lockdown in the fight against the surge of COVID-19 cases. Coming up in sports, Coach Paul Phillips says the Caribbean, including Grenada, has a wealth of talent for field events. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. During last week's press briefing, Minister for Health Nicholas Steele said Grenada continues to see a growth in the number of persons entering the country illegally, a risky practice that can result in a massive COVID-19 outbreak. To date, the number of illegal entries into Grenada has been increased by 2, bringing the total to 17. The latest were 2 Vincentian nationals. Let's get more in this report.
2 Vincentian nationals who were arrested and charged on Saturday, the 12th of June, 2021, for entering the state of Grenada without the consent of an immigration officer and failure to submit to a government-approved quarantine facility were brought to court on Monday. Laverna and Leslie John were ordered to be removed by the presiding magistrate on the first charge and reprimanded and discharged on the second charge. The 2, according to reports, are siblings. Both individuals arrived on island via speedboat last Thursday at Victoria St. Mark and was subsequently detained by immigration authorities. During last week's press briefing, Minister for Health Nicholas Steele said Grenada continues to see a growth in the number of persons entering the country illegally, a risky practice that he said can result in a massive COVID-19 outbreak.
We are constantly at threat. Individuals are constantly trying to circumnavigate and get around the various restrictions that we put in place to keep us safe and them safe. But still, some individuals try to breach it or believe that they are above it. So we are constantly at risk. Someone successfully came into Grenada illegally from a country where there is right now a significant outbreak of COVID-19.
There is no set date as to when the two will be sent back to St. Vincent. To date, the number of illegal entries into Grenada has increased to 17. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
It'll be interesting to find out the reasons why. Moving on, the police have the authority to arrest anyone found in violation of the law. How they do so have often come under scrutiny. However, there seems to be a gap in communication between police and the public on protocols when making an arrest. The head of the Community Relations Department at the RGPF explains.
Superintendent Vannie Kerwin, head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, says a lot of scenarios where arrests are made by police officers become escalated when people assume that a police officer is mandated to give a reason for their arrest, even when the reason is obvious.
You don't necessarily always have to tell somebody what they're arrested for. Sometimes you know, and I know why you're being arrested. If I'm a police officer in uniform, and you look me in the face and say, officer, and here comes the obscenities, and I say, you've been under arrest, is there any doubt why I'm arresting you? There's no doubt here, because you know what you have just said. But it is always the practice that will let the subjects know what you're arrested for. It makes it clearer. It makes the process more compliant. So you see you're being arrested for obscene language, insulting language, possession of drugs. It is always good to see. But there are cases where you need not say that because it's glaring. There's nothing else I could be arresting you for but what you have just said.
The superintendent was responding to questions surrounding a recent attempted arrest where police officers neglected to inform the individual as to why they were being arrested. He had this to say when questioned about police officers' application of self-defense training in the event of an escalated situation. We
do have justifiable use and force that the law provides for us under Section 53 of the Criminal Code. And as anybody else, police reserve the right to defend their person and other persons and other property. And so if you're attacked as a police officer, you have that right in law to defend yourself. Where it becomes problematic is when those force, or that force that the police officer should use in defense of himself becomes excessive. You know, according to the law, the force you use must be equal to the threat you face. So if you have a pencil in your hand and you're 10 feet away from me, there will be no justification for me to shoot you. Force is graduated. In other words, you don't start at the top and come down, it starts at the bottom and go up. So by speaking, force start. So if I ask you to stop using those obscenities, that is force, and that's verbal force. And if you continue to do more than just the force, I may want to arrest you. That's force.
The police have come under fire in recent times about their conduct. The superintendent says there are ways and means which are not publicized that officers are penalized for their wrongdoings.
We dismiss, we reduce in rank, we transform, and we have other ways and means that our internal disciplinary system work, and it happens on a daily basis. So I say to the public, have some hope and some confidence that we're doing what we have to do in your interest. Because you're a police officer does not mean you're going to escape the system. It does not mean we're going to sweep an allegation of you under the rug because you're one of us. We have our rules and protocols that we follow. And when you breach those rules and those protocols, please expect to face whatever consequences comes with it.
For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin came to the defense of the RGPF by saying they have not had any accusations of bias in matters involving police officers. This came against the backdrop from expressions from members of the public calling for an independent body to investigate matters involving police officers. There are fears of a lack of transparency in situations where claims of police abuse or brutality exist and police officers having to investigate their own. Lately, a number of these accusations have caught the attention of the media.
We have not heard or presented with any evidence to suggest biasness in the police investigation specifically. There seem to be, and I agree with you, based on public utterances, a strong perception of the critical need for an independent mechanism for investigating matters of complaints relating to the police. Factually, I am aware of other jurisdictions that has what is referred to as a police complaint authority. So the police complaint authority is a composition of individuals that is given authority to investigate matters independent of the police force when there are issues of complaints against the police.
The Commissioner of Police elaborated further on the likelihood that this will be giving some thought in due course.
There may be merit in policymakers considering this as a progressive move, as a move that might add a level of transparency and accountability, if you may, albeit the fact that at the moment, what we do have is a perception that is formed about police investigations. But notwithstanding that, as we well know, perceptions are people's reality because we tend to hold on a lot to perceptions. But I believe that there have been a lot of comments of this in public space over time, and it is being heard. It is being heard. For examples, in the region with where police complaints authority is in place to investigate all matters where involving actions by the police officers. So we will see where that goes. But certainly I have heard this issue, and I'm sure that policymakers have heard it and will consider those issues in its due course.
The National Insurance Scheme has seen some positive results following its recent announcement to publicly name all non-compliant businesses in the coming weeks. Rena Pear-Thomas has more.
Since the National Health Insurance Scheme signaled their intention to publicly name and shame businesses that are non-compliant with the NIS contributions in early June, officials from the Social Security Organization say they have seen some positive responses from some employers in getting their contributions up to date. Cindy St. Bernard, Deputy Director of the National Insurance Scheme, says she is optimistic about the response.
I think what we have been seeing is that more employers are requesting statements. So since we would have launched the initiative or started sensitizing persons about it, you would have seen more employers requesting to know what their contribution status is. So hopefully, if this continues, we expect to see that once they get their statement and they realize that they're owing, that payments, they would actually start making payments. So it's actually, we are already getting a desired result just from starting to publicizing the matter.
As of August 1st, the organization will officially publicize the name of over 500 non-compliant businesses. St. Bernard explains that this decision is made to deter businesses from the act. She spoke of how people are affected by this illegal act.
Because you see, on a daily basis, there are persons who would apply for benefits and they just cannot qualify for the benefit because their employer just would not have paid. And you would go to the employer, request that they pay up. The person may apply for an age benefit. Based on the number of contributions they have, they can only qualify for a grant, which is a one-off payment rather than getting a pension for life. Now, in a case like that, every day it burns me that I see persons who would have worked all of their lives and thinking that their contributions were being paid, only to find out when you actually apply for your pension, you cannot get it because your employer just did not pay.
Director of NIS, Dorset Cromwell, says that while NIS will do what needs to be done, they are also working along with employers who are willing to comply.
We will walk through a process. We will walk through a detailed process and make sure that the employer has a fair chance to make good before we put your name in the newspaper. And if you miss one payment, your name is not going to appear, right? Because it may just be a minor issue, some administrative issue that happens. Somebody who has to sign a check, they're not in the country, whatever the case is. It will not be like that. As the compliance manager said, it will be for employers who are chronic, right, in the non-compliance.
Both directors were speaking on GBN's To The Point program. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
A look at how small businesses can rebound from the impacts of COVID-19 and reposition themselves to benefit from the opportunities the pandemic presents was the focus of the episode of ECCB Digital Dialogues. We get more in this report.
Almost 50% of the businesses surveyed in the OECS have reported disruptions in their supply of inputs, and almost all experience some form of financing constraints. Executive Director of Compete Caribbean, Dr. Sylvia Donat, said the way business is done in the Caribbean needs to be revolutionized to improve the business climate.
I think that measures that the ECCB is taking, such as the credit guarantee mechanism, also the credit bureau, is going to significantly enhance this. And I also really want to credit you for your digital currency, because I think that digital currency will make, will bring a lot of people within the financial sector. It will make applications such as Fluby, which are very direly needed, even easier to use.
She highlighted the importance of e-commerce and digitalizing public services as is being done by the Grenadian public sector.
I think there's a big road still. It's not clear who the technology providers can be for the Caribbean, but we see a very big demand by businesses and start of a response in terms of businesses coming into the space and making it a lot easier.
Managing Director of Belmont Estate, Trellona Compton, said the pandemic forced them to be more creative and innovative while focusing on resilience. CEO and co-founder of MCAT Innovations, Ashton Ferron, said they have had to change their business model in order to survive.
So we took the opportunity to not only change our business model, but we created an entirely new product. And that's where we decided to launch Fluby, which is a payment platform that makes doing business online across the OECS easy. And so without having any technical expertise, anyone can set up a website, begin selling their products and services in minutes. And even I can now sell some of my produce from my own backyard garden.
The ECCB is also implementing reforms to improve the business climate in the currency union. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said vaccination will be the key going forward for certain decisions, and with August fast approaching, many are asking about Spice Mass. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
1, 2, 3. Happy Father's Day!
Sunday, June 20th. Get ready for a special Father's Day edition of YT Virtual Bingo. We're giving away a whole lot of money, up to $10,000 to be won, and tickets cost just $8. 5 lucky fathers will win a special cash prize. You know the deal. If you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofet.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. So get your tickets now and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Sunday, June 20th. Get ready for a special Father's Day edition of YT Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Hubbard's Big big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
If it's tech, we got it. If it's an appliance, we've got that too. Dad, if you want it, you should get it this Father's Day at Quartz. Quartz has unbeatable prices, up to 30% off selected products. So whatever you want, you should get it. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said it before and he's saying it again. Vaccination is key and this will apply to Spice Mass and other entertainment activities. Rena Pear-Thomas tells us more.
Some Grenadians may be able to enjoy some form of carnival-like activities for the year 2021, but only if persons are fully vaccinated. That's according to Prime Minister and Minister for Youth, Dr. Keith Mitchell. While Grenada will not be hosting carnival due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Prime Minister says government may allow some social and cultural activities. He said only persons who are fully vaccinated will be able to host or participate in the events.
For example, if there might be in a small village, a group want to play a certain mass, want to do that, and they are all vaccinated and they apply for permission, I think the work will be done and permission will be given if the vaccination component is part of the process. But if the promoters, for example, are moving ahead and promoting cultural activities, and people are vaccinated as a condition to be participants in the activity, then certainly I think the COVID committee is looking seriously at that.
The nation's leader explains that the island is far from its herd immunity mark, and hosting carnival in its full form is not an option.
So I wouldn't call it government move into carnival, but I would call it allowance of cultural activities. There could be cultural activities, which some of it is associated with what takes place in carnival. But I think the minute you start saying there is carnival, that means Monday night mass, a massive jab all over the place, that sort of thing. I think you want to be careful. Until we have herd immunity, I think you want to be extremely careful.
The Prime Minister says he understands the need for some Grenadians to have some form of enjoyment, but the risk is too high.
Because let's face it, people are under stress. We have to realize, as much as we want to keep almost every activity out, we have to have outlets for people, and we are mindful of that. We as human beings, we are social animals, and the more you try to put unnecessary control on us, the more we might revolt. So this is better to do it, certain limitations and activities, but at the same time give people an opportunity to have some serious social interactions.
As it relates to removing Carnival Monday and Tuesday, August 9th and 10th as a holiday, the PM says that has not been discussed as yet. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Many Grenadians are not fazed by government or health officials' words of encouragement to take the available COVID-19 vaccines AstraZeneca. Many believe that it's a matter that an individual should have the right to choose to take it or not. Others say they will take the vaccine for COVID-19, but not the one readily available to Grenadians. Our guest this evening is Dr. Bert Brathwaite. Welcome, sir.
Good evening to you, and good evening to listeners.
The latest figure, according to government's dashboard, states that 26,975 doses of AstraZeneca have been administered. What's your biggest concern regarding the vaccination rate in Grenada at present?
Well, to be honest with you, Chrislyn, I am extremely concerned. I think we are going into a very dangerous period, because if you look at it, we only have about 11% of our population fully vaccinated. We have roughly about 21% or so, that is of the population that would need to be vaccinated. We have about 21% who have had their first vaccine, but the critical thing is the first vaccine. And I want to draw reference to two countries to show you what is happening globally and why I'm going to say what I say. In St. Kitts, just 2 weeks ago, there were just some 45 or so cases. This weekend, 155, to the point where they have gone on a lockdown from 6 p.m. at night to 5 a.m. in the morning for the next 2 weeks. Now, mark you, in St. Kitts has one of the best coverages vaccination-wise. St. Kitts has 29% of its people fully covered, as against our 11%, nearly 3 times as much, and 65% with the first vaccine. Yet, they have found that despite that level of coverage, this outbreak has put them into very difficult territory. Look at what has happened in the UK. UK has managed the virus very well in the latter part of last year into this year. And despite the fact that they have 50% of the population fully covered, and somewhere in the order of 70% or so with just the first vaccine, only today the British Prime Minister has had to extend the period before opening up free for approximately another month or so. So I say all of that to say it should be clear to us that we are in a war. We are in a war against a virus, and we have to understand that. And what do you do in a war then? In a war, what you do is one of the things you do two things. You're trying to muster your forces, and you try to build up your defenses. The best defense that we have against the virus is to get vaccinated. And that is what we need people to go. One of the things, and talking to groups frequently over recent days, the latest point is that, if we get vaccinated, we can still get the virus. If you get vaccinated, if you don't get vaccinated, you have a 20% chance of becoming severely ill. If you get vaccinated, you will, worse, just have a mild to moderate illness. You will unlikely to have to be hospitalized, certainly not to reach into intensive care. And so there is a definite, by being vaccinated, you're protecting yourself, you're going to be healthier. Even though you're exposed to the virus, you're going to transmit it less to other people, including your family, your young folk, your young children, your elderly folk who are particularly at risk. The other thing that we need to do, I will submit, Chrislyn, is to look and increase the forces that we have fighting this vaccine. I want to start from our own profession, my own profession. Now, I know many members of my profession the medical profession would have spoken out, would speak to their patients on a daily basis and encourage them to get the vaccine. But my call is for a more concerted voice to be heard. In many countries, the voice of the medical profession has led to increased vaccinations.
Dr. Bradford, I just want to ask you one quick question because we are tight on time. So much information to be processed, of course, as it relates to the COVID-19 vaccines and in particular AstraZeneca. Only today, the EU flagged another rare blood condition as a side effect of this said vaccine called capillary leak syndrome. These are the issues that some Grenadians are concerned about. Would you say they have a right to be concerned?
Yes, well, of course, I have not read those reports as yet myself, but any issue that is raised is considered, and folk at an international level are going to look on it. But we have not seen, what I can say here is that here in Grenada, we have not seen any significant side effects. People have got the usual minor things you get when you get a vaccine, right? But no serious side effects. But just to, I know you're rushed for time, but just to make another point, another big group of people who I think need to come forward, Chrislyn, and make a statement is the folk in the unions. Some union members would have made comments, but we need it to be put on. I'm pleading with the unions to put the question of COVID and vaccination on the agenda. The other agenda items that they have, obviously they're free to go ahead with that, but the country needs it from them. Their members are the ones who are going to get hurt. We just look at what is happening in Trinidad.
Dr. Bradford, we do have to wrap. Right? Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take a peek right now through the GBN ISOR lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Featured in tonight's ISOR is a photograph of what appears to be a shark in the waters on the Carnage just outside the Central Police Station. When contacted, one of the police officers at the station said it was brought to his attention, but by the time he ventured outside, there was no sign of the creature. There have been shark sightings on neighboring islands in recent times, with one spotted in Grenadian waters. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
That's pretty cool. I think it's a dolphin, but we'll have to double check. Still ahead, the Child Protection Authority is on a drive to encourage Grenadians to become foster parents. This is News at 7.
The following is a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
The government is not in touch with the people. They give employers authority over workers. Slavery is imminent. We need a people's constitution, not a prime minister's constitution. The people's constitution is 1-to-1-to-1 branch. The prime minister's constitution is plus 2 to 2.5 branches. This gave a dictatorship into a system. Trade union leaders are puppets to the government. This is the voice of Grenada Ransom's party.
The preceding was a paid political announcement. The views expressed are of the client and not the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Hey, look. Rhythm coconut, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spice syrup. Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited. Class codes? Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals. I'll have the spicy rum and the
Grenada's #1 rum. We drink it on sport. Add a little flavor to your life.
Montreal, it's time to line virtually one more time. Gemma Rayburn Baines here for Spice Island Cultural Festival, a celebration of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This summer's festival is a celebration of life with food, fashion, music, and culture. Join us online Saturday, July 10th, 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube at Spice Island Cultural Festival. Info, spiceislandculturalday.com.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
The Child Protection Authority is a statutory body mandated to address all child protection matters in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The authority embarked on a foster care drive to sensitize the public on the growing need for foster carers across the state of Grenada. Trainee reporter Chrislyn tells us more about their campaign.
A foster carer is someone who has applied, been approved and registered with us at the Child Protection Authority and is approved to look after children in state care. So this person will provide a home for this child, they will help them with their homework, just do whatever you would do with your own natural born child. So they take them in and the child becomes a part of their family.
The Alternative Care Supervisor of the Child Protection Authority, Ms. Chanel Phillip, expressed that there is an urgent need for foster carers in Grenada. Ms. Phillip mentioned that there are currently 64 foster carers, half of which are kinship carers.
Currently, I have about 64 carers, although over half of them are kinship carers, so they only care for their kin. So I can't place other children with them. So foster carers that would take any child, about 34. We need a lot more.
The authority has commenced a foster care drive to sensitize the public on the growing need for foster carers in Grenada. In the upcoming weeks, the authority will have pop-up booths in various locations around the island and will engage communities through community events.
We'll be doing pop-up booths, we'll be moving all around the island. We will be at Spiceland Mall, we'll be at the Esplanade Mall, we will be at Grenville Bus Terminus, we'll be at Sutter's Bus Terminus. We will be doing community events in St. David's and in Victoria. The dates we will put out over our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We will be putting adverts on radios to let people know where we'll be. So we're just encouraging everyone to listen out for the dates and times of where we'll be. Come and ask questions. Myself and a few of my staff members will be there to answer questions, to encourage people to ask questions and let them know what the service is.
You Can Foster is the motto for the campaign. As Ms. Phillip says, anyone can become a foster carer.
Our motto for this campaign is You Can Foster, because we truly believe everybody can foster, be it in an emergency capacity, in a long-term, short-term, and some people can't foster overnight because they don't have the space in their house, but those people can do something in a day. They can take a child from the home and take them out to the beach for KFC, just making a difference in a child's life. So there's something that all of us can do to help the children of the nation who, for the majority of them, through no fault of their own, have been removed from their family circumstances and need the village, the community, to come together to help them so that they can overcome whatever traumas they've experienced and become functioning members of society when they become adults.
Ms. Phillip shared requirements and words of encouragement to persons interested in becoming a foster carer.
At the moment, the only requirement is to be aged between 25 and 70. Outside of that, it's an individual application and assessment process. You need to have space in your heart and in your home. The whole family must be on board. Dad can't want to do it if mum's not interested. If the children don't want it, then it's just not going to work. So the whole family, everybody who lives in the house, adult and children alike, would need to be on board with this process.
Krista Campbell, trainee reporter, GBN News.
This is a great initiative. Moving on June 14th, every year around the world, we celebrate World Blood Donors Day. The day is used to create global awareness across the world about the need for safe blood and life-saving. Officials of Friends of the Blood Bank Grenada spoke about the day and its importance. Rena Pear-Thomas has more.
For 2021, the World Blood Donor Day slogan will be Give Blood and Keep the World Beating. The message highlights the essential contribution blood donors make to keeping the world energetic by saving lives and improving others' health. It reinforces the global call for more people all over the world to donate blood regularly and contribute to better health. President of Friends of the Blood Bank Grenada and Dufont says that the focus this year is to encourage young people into becoming blood donors.
It is important because as young people come in, the older folks are retiring. So we need the new blood to come and join us. One thing I really want to emphasize, it is noticeable that a lot of our young people are tattooing their bodies. And I'm really appealing to you, please. It is not a real practice in Grenada. Some countries may accept it, but we in Grenada, we kindly asking you young people, try and, refrain from body tattooing up.
The day celebration aims to raise global awareness for the need for safe blood and blood products for transfusion and of the critical contribution voluntary unpaid blood donors make to national health systems. Minister for Hospital Service, Honorable Delma Thomas, in her feature address to recognize the day, spoke of the importance of donating blood.
There are many advantages to blood donation, including to the donor. For one, for the donor, it refreshes our system and leads to new cell regeneration. As a safe, reliable supply of blood in our hospital is crucial to the quality of health delivery and important in helping to save the lives of our fellow men.
Sifran Forsyth, a blood donor in Grenada for the past 6 years, says he became a donor after a co-worker needed a blood transfusion. He said being a blood donor helped save lives.
It's been very fulfilling, just the thought that you're contributing, even though you don't know who you are contributing to, but just knowing that you're making that contribution in itself is a great feeling. And I go on a quarterly basis. So every 3 months, I will go.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
Stay with us. Weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today. Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, reviews, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
All right, tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy with light to moderate showers. Weather is the winds, at least, is east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. Tides are low at 11 tonight and high at 6 in the morning. On Tuesday, the sun will rise at 16 minutes to 6 in the morning. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy with light to moderate showers in the morning and overnight. On Wednesday, partly cloudy to cloudy, windy, and hazy with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and a low chance of thunder. Grab those umbrellas on Wednesday, it seems. And on Thursday, cloudy to overcast, windy and hazy with moderate to heavy showers and a medium chance of thunder. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News. Combined events coach Paul Phillips says there is a wealth of talent among the Caribbean in field events, and what was lacking before its recent emergence was interest from athletes. Coach Phillips says the challenges lie with the administrators at the top to the coaches and athletes gravitating to the more glamorous events such as the sprints, while not believing an athlete can medal at a major meet doing javelin or shot put.
I don't think that the Caribbean just basically has sprint talent. I've always seen that Grenada, for example, has been producing these javelin throwers from Trevor Modest, Eros Rapier, and all of those persons in the 80s and 90s and so. And I grew up around Trevor Modest and Anthony Judge, Big Judge. They nurtured me in my days as a thrower. But I've seen that Grenada has had all of these, nice names known throughout the Caribbean, and we didn't have a record in the books, for example, at Curveta for javelin. And I'm like, there's something wrong here.
He says the status quo for Grenada in the past lent heavily on track events, however notes that has since changed.
If you look back, you'd realize too that not a lot of those throwers got opportunities to go to school in the US, because the collegiate system has helped a lot of the English-speaking Caribbean develop their throwers. Dominica has a 20-meter plus shot putter. He went to school in the US. Jamaica is turning out shot putters and discus throwers every year that is capable of throwing it in 20 meters. But to say that the English-speaking Caribbean has been recognized, or throws in the English-speaking Caribbean has been recognized, is not really a thing. It's starting now, as you pointed out, to bear fruit on the international scene.
Meanwhile, Coach Phillip also believes the way sport in general is marketed is a major hindrance to athletes gravitating to the throws and other disciplines within field events.
Because if someone sees that there are opportunities in Europe, for example, all you need to do is to get to a world-class marks, and you can get on the circuit and make a living. I think a lot of more people would be inclined to try the throws.
The semifinals of the Peter David River Road Invitational Basketball Championship concluded over the weekend at the River Road Hard Court. The semifinals were played in a best-of-3 matchup, which saw Southern United closing off against the Spotlight Ballers 81 points to 75. Leading for Southern United in scoring was Jonathan Williams with 24 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals. The second semifinal was a one-sided match in favor of Spartans, who defeated the Tornadoes 100 points to 59 points. Jensen Dominique hit 7 3-pointers as he led for the Spartans with 27 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Andy John added 23 points, knocking down 3-pointers, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Southern United and the Spartans will face off in the best-of-3 finals. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
This is your One Caribbean hookup. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis has been placed under lockdown until June 26, 2021, as the country experiences an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris announced in an address to the nation on Friday that the country had recorded 36 additional COVID-19 cases.
After a thorough evaluation of the situation on the ground, the Cabinet has agreed that we needed to restrict the movement of people to contain the movement of the virus. We will therefore place the country under lockdown as of Saturday the 12th June from 6 p.m. for 14 days to Saturday the 26th June in the first instance.
Harris said there will be a curfew daily from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m.
It is anticipated that this will break the virus transmission cycle and cause the cases to fall. It should also give our healthcare workers and contact tracers time to get ahead of the virus and control its spread.
As the government intensifies its efforts towards stamping out child labor, Guyana's Minister of Human Services warned that parents who are caught sending their children on the streets to earn an income will see the stringent measures of the law enforced upon them.
Do not send your child out there to be in the workforce. Do not put your child on the streets And I want to pause here because we at the Ministry and Child Care Protection Agency, we are going to move on an extensive campaign to target what's happening on the streets where many, many children can be seen.
She said it is up to each person to join the fight and stand against child labor.
And when we see that it has come to a point where children are being pushed into the workforce, children are being continuously exploited, and it leads to abuse, then I think it is incumbent on each person, irrespective of their position, to speak out, to recognize, and yes, to act.
Internationally, the Malaysian government has extended a 2-week nationwide lockdown, shutting all non-essential businesses as the country is fighting a surge in the cases of COVID-19. More than 80% of reported infections do not belong to an identified cluster, indicating the infections are unlinked. Al Jazeera's Florence Loy reports.
Every day at lunchtime, Kachara Soup Kitchen in downtown Kuala Lumpur hands out food packs to those in need. The nationwide lockdown has shut all non-essential businesses until the end of the month, creating hardship for some.
There's a sharp rise in terms of people in their 40s or 50s coming in for food, and most of them actually have a job beforehand, and it is because of this pandemic itself, their business of their employers closes down.
Now the government has extended a 2-week lockdown for a further fortnight, citing the high number of new COVID-19 infections. Healthcare facilities here are overstretched. Private hospitals have been asked to increase the number of beds for COVID-19 patients, and the armed forces will build 6 more field hospitals in addition to the 3 set up earlier. Malaysia's COVID-19 positivity rate of around 7% is higher than the WHO's threshold of 5%. Furthermore, more than 80% of reported infections don't belong to an identified cluster, indicating the infections are sporadic or unlinked. Public health policy specialists say this data indicates a lockdown will not be enough to reverse the trend of rising infections.
Look for the cases instead of expecting the cases to come to you. Find, test, trace, isolate, and support. When you do more testing, though, it will mean that the positive figures will go much higher than what we see today, but it will also mean that more people can be treated earlier and save lives.
The government has accelerated its vaccination program, including rolling out mobile units in areas where residents may have difficulty getting to vaccination centres. Just 4% of the population has been fully inoculated so far. The government aims to reach herd immunity by December, but the slow delivery of vaccine supplies and delays by manufacturers may hinder this goal. Florence Louis, Al Jazeera, Kuala Lumpur.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Let's recap the headlines. 2 Vincentians charged for illegal entry and COVID-19 breach to be deported. NIS says non-compliant employers are stepping forward since public publishing announcement. Child Protection Authority embarked on foster care drive. World Blood Donor Day celebrated under the theme Give Blood and Keep the World Beating. Dr. Bert Bradford joined us tonight to analyze the impact of the COVID-19 COVID-19 vaccines on the Grenadian population. In around the globe, St. Kitts and Nevis on 2-week lockdown as COVID-19 cases increase. And the Malaysian government implements 2-week nationwide lockdown in the fight against a surge of COVID cases. In sports, coach Paul Phillips says the Caribbean, including Grenada, has a wealth of talent for field events. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or check out our GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.
Hello.